It's the NFL on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Now from a stadium that's hosted NFL games since 2007, the International Series continues inside iconic Wembley Stadium, the capital city of London, England, hosting the NFL again. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad you're with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offensive defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who has to handle the ball on either side, offense or defense, this is a nightmare. You're stressing about what gloves, no gloves. Do I sometimes wear gloves? The quarterback, towel. There is a lot of conversations going on with the equipment guys in the locker room. Rain games for skill players are the worst.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. But some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Sending it deep for Waddle. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike. And leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step. And a strong performance here certainly help him achieve that goal.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Patrick motioning here. Quick throw here is complete. Here's a 2nd and 6. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua, going to give it to Achane. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Miami. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jason Sanders. The kick is good. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. The ball comes out. One of his teammates there to take it back in. One quarter in the books. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. More from Wembley after this. It's the International Series on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Goff. Here comes the screen to Brooks. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
On the return, here's Washington. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Tyreek Hill getting ready for this next drive along with the rest of the Miami offense. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. Second and a yard. Man in motion is Barrios. Off play action, it's Tua. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That one good for 15 and a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Once again, it's Achane. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Third and long. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, The importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives. It is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins go out to a 10-3 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing, Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 29. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to London, England after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. He'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Goff. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. What What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, Malik Washington. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll get this one out to his fullback. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. So we had halftime here at Wembley in the latest installment of the NFL International Series. As we send you back across the Atlantic. Early wake-up call for Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Top of the morning, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll go play action with Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. From the gun, it's Goff. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Here's Goff. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Detroit.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Goff to throw. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Patrick motioning here. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, Goff. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Dolphins offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Back to throw is Tua. Now a screen set up for Achane. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Hill brought in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
On 2nd down, Achane. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On 1st down, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Patrick motioning here. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra.
Number 14, Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 14-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A toss, and here's Brooks. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense headed back to take over once more. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And this will be a Lions first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37. A gain of 11 there, and a first down. So we are through 3. Back with more of the NFL International Series after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Patrick motioning here. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He connects with St. Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On second down, Goff. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Throwing is Tua. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up second down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Throwing on third down, Tungo Vailoa. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a...
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out to a 24-10 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So now this team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
3rd and long. Here's Tua. Over the middle, it's taken in by Waddle. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter. Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Tua. Looking for Berrios downfield. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score! Game on! Tyreek Hill, touchdown Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Sanders here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A run with Brooks to begin this drive.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Another try with Brooks. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down. They'll run it right here with Brooks. And now we're going to timeout by the defense. So the clock's... Here's a handoff to Brooks. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They need 8 as they come up for third down. On third down, here's Brooks. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long from London.